Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome, and I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to be braiding this full lace wig. So we're going to be making a half up and a half down hairstyle on this full lace wig. Okay, so with that said, let's go straight into the video. So the first thing we're going to be doing is to divide the hair into 3 sessions. So you want to have the back section, the middle section, and the front session. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, so for the back session, we're going to be doing a jumbo knotless box braid. So for the jumbo knotless box braid, I have a separate video showing you guys a very detailed video on how to do the knotless box braid. So I'll put the link in the description box down below. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and click on the link in the description box down below to watch that video. So okay, so with that said, let's move on to the next step. So I've already went ahead and did the box braid for the back session. So for the middle session, we're going to be sectioning that into 3 sessions. Okay, so the middle part, we're going to be doing 4 jumbo box braid for the middle part right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and make that session. So for this session that we're currently separating off, we want to make sure that is enough for 4 jumbo box braids. So you want to eyeball it. So just eyeball it to make sure it's enough for 4 jumbo box braid. Okay. So once that is done, you want to go ahead and put the rest of the hair away and work with this very section first. So next, you want to take that section and divide it into 2 equal sides. Okay, so once that is done, you want to go ahead and put the half of the section away. So we're going to be working with 1 section at a time. Okay, so this section right here, we're going to be dividing it into 2 equal sides. Okay, so for the next step, you want to go ahead and take your wax or your hair wax or edge control and apply it on the roots of the hair. So next, you want to go ahead and comb it through to make sure it's tangle free. So once that is done, you want to go ahead and take your hair, your braiding hair, and do the knotless box braid. Okay, so again, I have a separate video, a detailed video showing you guys how to do the knotless box braid. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link in the description box down below. So be sure to check that video out if you want to learn how to do the knotless box braid. Okay, so right here, I'm just going ahead to do the knotless box braid. So I'm going to be doing 4 jumbo box braid for the middle section right there. Okay, so let's talk about this full lace wig. Sorry guys, I don't have a link for this full lace wig, and I didn't make this wig from scratch. So I bought it on AliExpress last year, but I don't have a link for it, guys. Okay, so moving on to the front part of the wig, we're going to be doing 3 jumbo feed-in braids on each side of the front section. Okay, so first you want to go ahead and make your section for your feed-in braids. So next you want to go ahead and apply your hair wax or edge control on the roots. So once that is done, you want to go ahead and start braiding the hair. So you want to start with the hair on the lace wig first before going ahead to add in braiding hair extension. So for the feed-in cornrows, you want to start adding a little bit of hair, like a tiny amount of hair at the beginning, and increase the amount of hair you add to it as you braid along. So first you want to braid a little bit to make sure you have a firm grip on the hair. So once you have that, the next step, you want to take a little bit of the tiny piece of the braiding hair and add it to the braid. Okay, so right now I'm going ahead to add in the first piece of braiding hair. Just like that, and continue braiding. So again, you want to start with a tiny piece of braiding hair and increase the amount of hair you add to it as you braid along. So for the feed-in cornrows, you want to start by taking the amount of hair you need for the feed-in cornrows and divide that into 5 or into 6, depending on the length of the braid you are working with. All right. Again, you want to make sure to start with a tiny piece of braiding hair and increase the amount of hair you add to it as you braid along.
I'm here breaking my neck, looking over my shoulder. Stepped into your skin, got me tripping over myself. Figured I would say something, passing the time. If you come on over here, we could be on the same side. Same side, same side. Same side, same side.
Also, remember to push the baby hair out of the way while doing the cornrow, so that way it won't be on your way while you're trying to cornrow the hair. The best thing is to use a hair wax or edge control to kind of mold it downward, okay? Okay, so I'm done with this very session right here. As you can see, I did 3 jumbo cornrows on each side of the front, braiding it towards the middle to create the ponytail right there. Okay, so moving on to the very front section, we're going to be doing 4 cornrows coming towards the front. So for that, you want to start by dividing that section into 2 equal size. Okay, so start by dividing it into 2 equal size and put one of those sections away. So we're going to be working with one section at a time. Okay, so once you've put half of the section away, the next step now is to divide this very section into 2 equal size again, starting from the crown. Okay, so go ahead and divide it into 2 equal size. Again, you want to go ahead and put half of that section away and work with one section first. For this part right here, we're not going to be adding braiding hair extension. So we're going to be working with the hair on the lace wig. But first, you want to go ahead and apply your edge control or hair wax on the roots. So once that is done, go ahead and do your regular cornrows. No adding braiding hair extension. Okay, so once you're done braiding the hair, the next step is to dip the tip of the braids in hot water.
On the same side. On the same side.
Okay, so once you're done dipping them in hot water, the next step is to let the hair air dry overnight. You want to let the braids air dry overnight. So, but first you want to place a towel down before going ahead to place the mannequin stand on top, so that way the water will drip on the towel. Okay. So I've already went ahead and add beads on those four corners on the front of camera. So for this part right here, you don't have to add the beads. If you don't like the look of it, you can just coil the tip of those four corners. So you don't have to add beads if you don't like the idea of adding the beads to those four braids in the front. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is the final result of the braided full lace wig, and I love it. Love the color, love the style, and I hope you guys do too. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. If you already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for popping by today. And I'll see you all in my next one. Have a great weekend, guys.